Hello, my lovely grade 7 students. Welcome to StudyWave Academy again, where education is without limits. Welcome to our English class. Welcome to class, and let's continue exploring what essay writing is. So we've looked at different types of essays, what an essay is. We've looked at the narrative essay, talked about it, how to write it, elements, and even given examples of these narrative essays, okay? Then we move to argumentative essay, gave elements found in this essay, talked about how to write this essay, and even gave examples on this argumentative essay. So right now let's move to the second, or the third, sorry. The second is the argumentative essay. Now let's move to the third type of the essay we'll be discussing today, and that is the descriptive essay. Even from just the word descriptive essay, what does it mean? This is just essay that actually describes something or give us a vivid description about something, okay? So a descriptive essay is a type of essay that aims to create a vivid and detailed picture of a person, place, object, or experience, or a concept. In a descriptive essay, the writer uses sensory details, vivid language, and imagery to engage the reader's sense and convey a clear, evocative image, okay? So the main or the primary goal of a descriptive essay is to provide a sensory exercise or experience for the reader, making them feel as if they are experiencing what is being described, okay? So if for you, I want you to think of some descriptive essays you can talk about. So if you're, for example, giving a descriptive essay about, try find any topic that you want to give a descriptive essay on, okay? So for example, a topic that is describing maybe your favorite sport, okay? You want to give us a clear descriptive detail or a description about this sport. Tell us about this sport. Give us even how it's played, how many players, how is the field outlook, or how does the field look like? How do the players wear? Just tell us a clear description about this game and tell us why you love this game, and even tell us how it's played, okay? So that is a descriptive essay. Don't forget that. Then now we have elements again. What are found in these essays, or what do you consider when writing these essays? And the one is the sensory details. This is an important element in descriptive essays, and that is the sensory details. Descriptive essays focus on the 5 senses. That is the sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. The use of sensory language allows the readers to visualize, to hear, to smell, taste, and feel what the writer is describing. So for example, you're describing your favorite meal. You want to tell us what this meal is first. What is this meal? What is its component? What does it entail, okay? Is it a carbohydrate? Is it a protein? Is it a vitamin? Is it a fruit? Is it a vegetable? So you want to tell us about this meal. You want to describe to us, how do you prepare this meal? You said your favorite meal is maybe rice, okay? How do you prepare it? Or what is the best preparation process that you love, or how do you prepare it, okay? So you want to tell us how it even tastes, how it smells, what ingredients do you use to make it smell so nice, okay? So this, you use the sensory details. It's very important in the descriptive essay to just make us as readers clearly see this meal, or even try, smell it, hear it, feel it, even just see the entire process of cooking it. So the first thing is the sensory detail, okay? Do not forget that. Then we have the vivid language imagery. The writer uses vivid and figurative language to paint a detailed picture, like metaphors, similes, and other forms of imagery, enhance the description quality of these essays, okay? So when you're writing such essays, you want to use similes like, it's sweet as honey, okay? Or metaphors like, the food is honey, okay? So one thing, we will also talk about this difference between similes and metaphors. All of them, they're used to describe something to something, okay? So for example, these are comparisons. You compare something to another thing. For example, when you say, my mother is a lion, what do you mean? We know a lion is brave and a lion is strong. So when you compare your mother to a lion, we just know you're talking about your mother being strong and brave, okay? And when you say something like my mother is a lion, okay, you're directly comparing your mother to a lion. Your mother is a lion, so that's a metaphor, okay? But a simile use words like as. So my mother is as brave as a lion, or my mother is as kind as something else, okay? So you're using words like as or like. My mother is like, or my mother is as kind as something, or my mother is as sweet, as good as something. My mother is a sweet mother as something, okay? Or my mother is like this, or my mother is like a peacock because she's beautiful, okay? So that's the difference. So let me stop diverting. I just wanted you to see this similes. You see, when you use similes and metaphors, even someone listening to a story can vividly see who your mother is. If you're talking about your mother being a lion, okay, or your mother is as brave as a lion, we also see your mother in this form, okay? When you're talking about the food was as sweet as honey, we can also see this food in our brain. Your friend is like maybe a hyena, okay? So we're able to see your friend maybe greedy. That's just an example, okay? So do not forget to use these words or this vivid language or to show the image, okay? So such words like the metaphors and similes and other forms of imagery, they really help us have a clear picture of what you're talking about, okay? Another element is organization. These descriptive essays are well organized or have this structure that is well organized. And descriptive essay follow an introduction, body, and then a conclusion order, where they must have an introduction, a body, a conclusion, but the body paragraph may not be organized chronologically in a, like for example, a narrative essay. So with descriptive essay, you don't have to like move a step by step or have a certain order or chronological order. No, with descriptive essays, you just want to you just want to describe something the way you love it or the way you want it to be. So that's something about descriptive essays, okay? Now let's focus on how to write these essays. How do we write these essays, okay? One, select a subject. Again, select a specific subject that you want to describe. Have a specific subject that is also personal to you and it evokes strong emotions. For example, you're talking about your favorite pet. You want to show us how you love this pet. So just select a subject. Have something you want to talk about. Then after that, pre-writing and brainstorming. You see, pre-writing simply means that list sensory details or adjectives or words that you want them to appear in your writing. Consider emotions, memories associated or the ones you want to trigger in someone listening to you, okay? So just list sensory details. For example, smell. You want to talk about, maybe you're talking about your favorite meal, okay? So you list smell, sight, such sensory organs so that you can't forget them in your writing. And then after that, you create an outline. Just plan how you're going to write your essay. Structure it. Just give us simply how you're going to write it, how you're going to put the paragraphs, how your introduction is going to be, how your conclusion, your body, all of this. Just create an outline. Describe how you want to organize your description. So first, you're talking about your food, right? Your favorite food. You want to tell us how you prepare it, how it looks, how it smells. So you're simply planning how you're going to write, okay? Then afterwards, you now must have an introduction. Again, with the introduction, for all essays you will meet, you must have a hook or just a line that will draw the reader's attention, that will make us want to read whatever you're writing. And then just provide a brief overview of the subject. Just tell us in the introduction that you'll be talking about your favorite meal because you chose it because of this and this and this, okay? So just present a clear thesis again to convey the overall impression of what you want to create or what you want to talk about, okay? Then after that, you look at the body now. Now the body should focus each part of the body. Each paragraph should have its own idea. So maybe one paragraph you're talking about how this food is cooked. The next one, how is it maybe served? What are the ingredients? How does it look after cooked? How does it taste after you cook it? How does it appear? So you must arrange your body or the body paragraph in this way, okay? Again, make sure in your body you use these sensory organs. give us a clear description of this subject you're talking about, or this concept you're talking about, and then organize your description logically. You want to start from the top and work your way down to maybe a specific arrangement. So if you're talking about your favorite food, okay, you don't want to start maybe from how the food looks to how it tastes to the ingredients or how to cook it. No, you want to start from what is this food, what are the ingredients to cook this food, okay? Then you look at the steps to cook it, then how to serve it, then how does it taste after cooking, okay? So just pay attention to that. After you look at that, you want to have a conclusion. Here again, you just summarize the main points or everything that you're talking about. Just give us a brief summary of everything that you're talking about, okay? So that is the conclusion. So you just want to tell us the conclusion, just a summary. Summarize everything that you talked about and tell us about this food that you like, okay? And then you end with a closing statement. You must leave us with a lasting impression so that we can now tell that truly this is your favorite meal or your favorite dish, okay? Then lastly, you revision or rewrite or reread or just edit your work. And again, for every essay, you must revise it, you must reread it, you must edit it, you must know what you'll be writing about or what you'll be talking about. So don't forget about that. Just make sure there's clarity, or the organization is okay, the grammar, there are no spelling errors, the grammar is okay. So that is the importance of reviewing your work or revision or re-editing, okay? Now let's look at some examples of this descriptive essay. For example, describe your favorite vacation spot and the sensation it invokes. Paint a picture of your childhood home and the memories it holds. Describe the taste, smell, and texture of your favorite food. Depict a bustling city street during rush hour. Tell us about this city. How does it look during the rush hour? Create a sensory description of a peaceful, natural setting like a forest, beach, or a mountain, okay? So that's another thing I don't want you to forget about. So those are just examples of this narrative, okay? So make sure to notice that descriptive essays provide an opportunity for writers to showcase their descriptive and creative writing skills. So here's a chance for you to just show the world your creative writing skills, or how you can be very creative and write very well. So we're able to see how you're good with your words, how you can maneuver and write on certain topics, describe things very well, okay? So they allow readers to experience a subject through the writer's eye, making the essay engaging and memorable. To write an effective descriptive essay, it's crucial to create a rich sensory experience through language and imagery. Again, we're talking about language and imagery. Descriptive essays are all about imagery, okay? You want to give us a clear picture of this food that you like. We want to be able to even smell it in our brains, okay? We want to visually see it, see how it looks. We also want to see how you prepare it, see how it's served, okay? How you serve it to us, okay? So make sure that descriptive essays have all this in common. Again, I will repeat just this example so that we can see some examples of these descriptive essays and what they entail, okay? So for example, you're told to describe your favorite vacation spot. So with here, you want to tell us maybe there's this time you traveled to Paris, or you traveled to a certain place, and there was this spot that you loved sitting, it was close to the beach, or the sunset here was amazing. You see, you want to make us see it. You want us to feel we were also there with you. So don't forget, I will insist on descriptive essays, because most of the people will write descriptive essays, but they will fail to include some sensory organs. So we don't even clearly understand your favorite food or even how it looks, okay? When you're told to paint a picture of your childhood home and memories it holds, you want to tell us maybe how the rooms look like, where was the kitchen, where were different rooms, where was your room, what happened maybe in the kitchen one time. You want to give us a clear picture, and maybe maybe you want to talk about a special memory that happened here. You want to tell us this memory, maybe your birthday happened here or something happened here, okay? You want to just tell us give us a clear picture of this home of yours. So these are the examples of descriptive essays. Very, very easy to write.